I'm Neat. I'm Rock. And this is the Bourbon Barrel. And today we have a single expression.
Yeah, sure.
What's the way to put this? This is single.
Expression's good. What's wrong with expression?
Well, because expression is like each one of these is a separate expression, so it's a single brand.
Single brand, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Brand, I like it.
We've been drinking.
It's true story.
So we've got the Penelope not distillery,
Right?
because this is all MPG.
GP.
God damn it.
Midwest Grain Product.
Yes, MGP.
What does RPG stand for in video games? It's something to do with a gun, right? Something gun? Or not? I know there's RPG and MPG.
Well, there's LMG.
I don't know about LMG.
That's a
I don't play video games.
light machine gun, and then there's a small machine gun at SMG.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter because that's nothing to do with this.
Okay. What's RPG? RPG is a gun, right?
RPG is a role playing game.
Oh.
Like a World of Warcraft.
I'm staying correct. Anyway, it's MGP, Midwest Grain Products.
Yes.
But you know what? That's not true either. And I apologize, but I remember this because of this conversation that they've renamed.
Yes, they just renamed it.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name. But I know it's not MGP
That's
or
right.
MPG.
No, they did just change it. I saw an article about that.
Probably had something to do with them merging with Lux Row and those becoming.
Or they kept hearing me say MPG.
That's not even. No. Not one person that makes a decision at that company.
He keeps calling it this. Let's change it just to fuck with him.
You're like, guy, that guy in the bourbon barrel. He's really pissing us off with his 40.
We're just going to change it to appease him.
Yeah. We're going to.
It's exactly how it happened.
It probably is. It probably is. In this day and age and in this world we live in, I wouldn't be shocked if that was
nothing surprising.
If there's just one guy who's obsessed with our show and watches it all the time and is like, we're changing the name way up on the scale. So they're like, all right, man, whatever you say, dude, that's cool. I need my retirement. Like,
yep. So there's two blenders, two owners,
son, who they're just always like, just shove him aside. Don't look at his laptop. Anyway,
lovely.
All right.
So
you liked that. Come on, that was good sliding for where I'm at mentally right now.
So there's two owners of Penelope. This was named after the daughter, as you said.
Mike and Danny. He refers to himself as Danny last time.
That's cool.
So
so the expressions we have are their base, which is an 80 proof.
And then the other two are like 645 proof.
Yeah, these are super high.
And we're going to drink the shit out of it. So
they have the 115 barrel strength, and then we have the It's Bourbon Night.
What's the little, because they always do their own label. What's that? Because I know my glasses.
So it's a record that says the A side.
The A side,
like as an old
like
record,
the old
A side, B side. Yes,
right. I got you.
And
does that mean they'll come out with a B side? As in, It's Bourbon Night's going to do another pick, or
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
They do come up with some clever names. We've done a lot of It's Bourbon Night picks. I sent a few Facebook messages to Sarah from It's Bourbon Night, who's friends on Facebook with me, about doing an episode. As a matter of fact, they're not doing a live tomorrow night on Sunday night like they normally do because they're on vacation in New York.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I assume they might be visiting these people because this is actually, their home is right in New Jersey, right outside New York City.
Interesting.
Yeah, Verdell, New Jersey, near Manhattan. They're like 10 minutes away from the big airports and stuff.
Nice.
So
yeah,
they're not coming to see us because they hate us or something. I don't know.
We're not big money.
They have 90,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
we have 40.
Yeah.
So we're a little smaller than them, but you know what I mean? Size doesn't always matter.
That's what they tell you.
All right.
But that's just to be nice.
It's a true story.
Anyway, so this is their base offering. Then we have their barrel strength, and then we have the It's Bourbon Night barrel strength one, essentially, because these are about 115 proof each. This one's 115.2. This one's just 115, it says. So we haven't opened any of them except for the barrel strength, which we used for a blind recently.
Which was my favorite in the blind.
Yeah, it was his favorite. It was my second favorite. So I'm actually very excited to see how this goes.
Do you think that means we may steer more towards more grains involved?
I don't know, because you said that this was a 99% corn plus two other ones that had like a little bit of barley.
Right. The three
major.
Right. The three things they use from MGP are the 99% corn bourbon, the 45% wheat bourbon, and the 21% rye bourbon. And they call it four grain because the other grain in all of those that's not a flavor grain is malted barley. Therefore, there's four grains involved. And they blend those three, but all three of them have barley in them. The question we had was if there's one that's 21% rye, that must mean the corn is higher than 50 because the other grain would be 29%, and therefore that would be the flavor grain, which would be malted barley, and it's not. So I don't know the percentage of corn in the 21% rye from MGP that they use. I said that very coherently.
That was amazing. That was well
Yeah,
done.
thank you. Don't cut. Don't cut that part, is all I'm saying. Anyway, but already we're filming this with a. Now we're not doing this blind. This is one of our hump day triple plays. Okay, and we so on and so forth. But like so we're not blinding it, but we know that this is an 80 proof.
Yes, this is gonna be
So
light and fluffy
yeah,
compared to the things we've drank already today that were in
yeah.
the 100 proof
I'm doing
plus.
some baby sipping here. So I did not just babysit because not only did we do 100 plus, but we did this beast right
Yes, we
here.
did, which is roughly 100 proof.
And she's a mean lady sometimes. So
Diabolical.
yeah, that's right. But in a good way, because sometimes she can just suck the chrome off a bumper. So
Jeez.
listen, I heard what you said in the last episode. Me saying that
But
one
they didn't
time,
because I'm editing.
yeah, well, it's one thing. I mean, you would peel the chrome off, or the chrome off a bumper would be like if you poured enough alcohol, the highest percentage of alcohol would.
Would it be like acetone?
Would it? I don't know. You're the chemist, if you will.
It's been a while since I've had to remove chrome.
Well, it's been longer for me because I've never done it. So there you go. It's been more recent for you.
So with the 80
You
proof,
to remove chrome in your life?
no.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we're lying to people. We're lying to you about chrome, not about whiskeys. That's the point.
So there's four grains in here, and essentially, did we tell them that they named this after the firstborn of?
Not on this show.
Okay, well,
No.
so now you know. Penelope was named after the firstborn of one of the owners. They came out with their first expression
2018.
before she
Or
was born.
They started the company in 18. I'm not sure when the first release. Yeah, she was 5 months prior to being born when they named it and started the company. Now, again, I don't know if that coincides with the release, if they
Mhm.
released it prior, or if they just opened the company prior. So I apologize for that.
Understood.
If that's really that important to all 43 of you that are watching us. Please please subscribe. We would love. We're putting a dime into our jar every time somebody subscribes, and when it hits 1,000 subscribers and $100, we're going to donate it to Wounded Warriors or a veterans charity to help them out. So and we'll prove it to you. I'll show you the check or whatever I write, and I'll just cover up my. Well, as if it matters if I show
$100 bill.
Yeah, here's $100. Here's a warrior. I'm just gonna throw it at him.
No,
that's not true. I'm lying. But
so yeah, what are we sniffing here?
Oh yeah, right. We're supposed to smell this, aren't we?
Usually. So it definitely smells like bourbon. It smells sweet. There's not burn on the nose.
Apologize. Allergies that time of year.
True.
Yeah.
No, there's really no burn that I'm smelling. There's a lot of sweetness though.
Yeah, well, an 80 proof. So,
And again, we've been drinking higher proofs, so this is gonna taste a little watery to us today.
the 80 proof, I saw an episode of Fred Minnick's show, which
Yeah.
is, he's a little controversial sometimes. He says some things that gets him, but he's very, he's one of the San Francisco
Well-renowned
judges in the San Francisco World Spirits Competition.
He's got a
year in and
pedigree.
year out. Yeah. Oh God, yes. Wrote for Whiskey Advocate and everything else for years and years and years.
Oh, there you go.
4 grain, 80 proof is 2 years old or higher.
Okay.
Okay. So straight bourbon whiskey, if you will. Fred Minnick recommends it. He said, especially for an 80 proof, this is really, really good. So now we were pleasantly surprised recently with Benchmark.
Yes.
We tried Benchmark at an 80 proof, the lowest of Buffalo Trace's products, and we were pleasantly surprised. We haven't had a lot of 80s on here where we were even remotely had much of a positive
thing to say about them.
There you go.
And so this is from New Jersey, so it was eliminated from the New York episode, but it is close enough to New York where some people might consider it a New York kind of thing.
I didn't really I didn't think of this because from the beginning I knew Penelope was a
blended
NDP, non-distiller produced NDP, non-distiller produced.
That's you.
So they're blenders. It's very similar. Okay, so originally I thought we should compare this maybe to some Doc Swinson's because he doesn't distill
He
either, Jesse
blends.
and them, he
Hmm.
blends. And then I thought, well, they don't finish things in these. These aren't finished anything.
Right.
These are
These are
just
just
different blends. But as I told him, well, I told you because they make a toasted barrel
sure.
and we haven't seen it yet, but like
It's coming
locally,
out.
but toasted or it just hasn't gotten here
Right.
because this isn't a huge. But yeah, we're in fucking like a
We're
week,
real close to
like an
getting.
hour away.
Yeah.
Not really. It's like
Close
5
enough.
hours from where we live, um, they make a toasted barrel and they make a rosé cask finish.
A rosé cask.
So there is a cask finish they use, which is the first I've heard of finishing, where Doc Swinson's does a lot of blending and finishing.
Hmm.
Doesn't seem like it's a lot of well, maybe Blender's Cut is just blended. I'm not sure if it's blended, but it might be finished and then blended. We'd have to go back and look through
That's
that.
yeah.
But anyway, this is yeah, and they're right. You know what? I tasted. I apologize. Did you taste?
Hmm.
It's
It's not
it's
bad.
no, it's good
It's
for an 80.
and for yeah for 80 again. There's no burn for us right now because we've been tasting 100 proof stuff.
There's
Um,
more of a burn than I'd like for
but
an 80 right
there's
there.
really a lot of flavor profile that I'm enjoying in here. I don't know if it's floral, but there's definitely a sweetness to it that I'm enjoying.
Yeah.
This is something that would go well in a cocktail almost. Like you could add like a little bit of orange zest and like make yourself an old fashioned kind of thing with that, and that wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, no, you said something. I was waiting to say this in case we came up with something too, but again, I'm waiting for the day where like something pops to me in my brain, just something
Hmm.
changes, some neuron fires where it's like, oh, I do get it. Now that's the molasses, or now that's the
Hmm.
honey, or now that's something that I'm just not. I'm learning and I'm trying, guys, but
No,
I'm just here for sex appeal. I don't know what to tell you.
absolutely 100%.
Anyway, um, so the notes that were either Fred said it or I when I watched the other episode, it's what they said: orange, lemon zest, and
Yep.
grapefruit.
I was definitely picking up fruity orange. Like, yeah,
Grapefruit would be impossible for me to.
I couldn't tell you. I hate grapefruit, but I'm definitely picking
Really?
up orange. Yeah,
I
no,
actually like grapefruit.
grapefruit's bad.
No. All right
I
then.
don't know. Something about it.
Fruit's bad.
So,
Grapefruit.
fun fact for those of you that have medications, you probably should not eat grapefruit. Most medications have an interaction with grapefruit.
Positive or negative or both?
Negative. It'll
Oh,
basically, so grapefruit will essentially increase the amount of whatever medication it is in your blood, so you'll get like overdosed. Fun facts.
interesting.
So let that be a warning to you. If you enjoy grapefruit and you're on medications, whether that be like for your cholesterol or what have you, be careful.
It's interesting.
Hmm.
Now, is this the one we've already tried?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And we both enjoyed.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Now, mind you, again, we're back to like wine bottle design.
Yeah, so
They're
they're
not.
not spending a shit ton of money on like a specialty bottle. Like even with this 80 proof, they don't even have like an etched thing in here. It's all label.
Which we
Um,
learned recently from
yeah.
Castle and Key
Hmm.
that they have a very fancy flavor. They have a
Very
very
fancy
fancy
bottle,
bottle.
and it's not good.
Yeah, we were
Where
not fans.
and like this one, actually, we've already had today, and it's very tasty. Um,
Won my blind. He came in. Came in
it
second
came
in
up second for
his.
my blind. So, but I mean, like they have a very nice art feature on here that's on like their label here, but it's kind of hard to see because it's white and the light does something. But on this bottle, you can kind of see it a little bit better, but it's all like etched in there. There's no label there. It's actually very nicely done. It's a very minimal thing they do on a wine bottle that gives it a different flair, but it's
Right.
still the same wine bottle. It's super cheap to make. It's not a specialty bottle, so they spend a little bit more on the flavor there, flair. But
The flair. I like it.
yeah,
That was. I liked it. Oh, that's cool.
you need
So
20 pieces of flair
for what?
to work with the tchotchkes.
Oh,
Or-
I don't know this joke.
Office work, office
No,
office space.
I don't remember it.
You don't remember?
I know what you're talking about. I know the movie, but
Yeah, you should be
I don't
wearing.
remember it. The word like the
She wears
lines.
she wears over 30 pieces of flair. So do you want the minimum to be 30 pieces of flair?
I have a necklace on. He doesn't have one. I got flair. All right. Look. I got bracelets on too. So is that flair, right? That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, that's
saying.
flair. That's flair.
These are my favorite
That was
episodes
like
to watch,
One of
dude.
Jennifer Aniston's like first foyers into like film. It was a Mike Judge film.
Oh, oh, the first one was Leprechaun. She was Leprechaun, the first Leprechaun.
Jeez.
So yeah, this started. Their names were Mike and Danny. They grew up neighbors in New Jersey. They're still in New Jersey. Mike, when they started, Mike's wife was still 5 months away from giving birth to their first child, and they loved the name Penelope, so they were going to name the bourbon company Penelope. And there is an expression coming out. I said to him, it might be Cooper. I apologize. I don't know. I believe it's the first. name of Danny's children. They now have five children between the two of them since 2018. They both look to be about your age, maybe about 10 years
Sure.
younger than me, early to mid 30s, mid to late 30s, somewhere in there.
I don't even know how you get the money to start up a place like this. That must be impressive.
It's got to be something.
Yeah.
So, they never really discussed what they did before or anything like that. So they just said they were good friends, they loved bourbon, and they went in on it and were like, let's do this. So,
Nice. Well, good for them. Follow your passions, do your dreams, and hopefully you get rewarded for it.
true story. That's what we're doing.
It's
It's reward coming. Can you
well,
guys help out? It's up. It's up.
find a way to make money doing what you love. You never work a day in your life, right? So,
This is the one that won for me.
mhm.
I immediately taste the burn over this.
Oh yeah. Well,
You know what I
that's
mean?
a what
Like we went up,
35%
yeah,
proof
immediately
difference.
taste it. But yeah, even now,
It's
knowing
still
I went from
smooth.
80 to 115,
I
the
wouldn't think it's
burn
115.
wasn't
I don't think it would be. You like if you were to taste it
right,
plain,
right. Yes, I agree with what you're saying. Absolutely. I'm saying the burn is
minimal.
enjoyable.
It's
It's
a
that
it's a good
warm,
burn.
yeah, it's just
Yeah,
a
it
warm,
keeps you warm, but it's
lack
not
of a
like
better word, a hug, but it's a New
it's not
Jersey
like a
or
spicy burn, like a
Indiana
spike
hug
in your
or
tongue.
something, because it's not.
Kentucky?
Yeah, no,
No,
no. It's either Indiana or New Jersey, however you want to look at it.
it's a Santa Fe lean.
It's wow. Holy. Yeah, anyway.
Anyway, um,
Nonetheless. So yeah. Four bad. Oh no. Wait, is there a I want to see this.
so there's no age statement on that one, but there is on the
Batch
bourbon.
number 7.
The bourbon night is batch number 20, and it's aged 4 to 5 years.
Okay. Batch number 7.
Nice.
Let's see. 80 proof, blah, 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 Verdell, New Jersey, MVP, blah, blah. Go ahead, fill that air for
I
me.
really do like that flavor profile. Like between those 4 grains, it's not bad. It's not my favorite flavor profile, but it's and there's definitely you've lost the sense of like the fruitiness here.
But I mean,
Like
it's more of
you've
a
replaced it with the burn a little bit, but the burn is okay. The burn is good.
when you go from 80, when you go up 35 points, though, I think that's what's going to happen, right? I mean,
Yep.
can we think of another 80 to 115 ever that would have
I don't
transitioned that well,
I don't know. It's not a bad thing. Like I'm saying, like yeah, I lost some of those.
specifically for an NDP?
Right, I've lost some of those flavor notes of the fruitiness, but I've gained in turn. I've gained definitely like the flavors of the grains. I've gained a nice burn, a nice warmth, not a burn, a warmth. Um, and it's not bad, like at all. Like there's I can't complain about it for the proof and for the price.
You know what? I was going to ask you, what did this cost, the original 80 proof?
Not much. It was like
That narrowed it down. Good, thank
it
you.
was like
Yes.
35.
They're
So
okay. All
yeah,
right. That's that's about this. Okay, yeah, that's understandable.
you know.
Yeah.
And again, for like a distiller, not a distillery, a blender that's opening up and starting out, you can't go bananas to the wall and charge like $115 per bottle,
No,
especially for your opener. Like you can't do that
not
because
an
no one,
80 proof. Oh
no,
my God, who would buy that?
even this you couldn't. Oh, excuse me.
At least you at least you have a proof to try to sell with that one. Like
Right.
you're gonna how are you gonna
But
sell an 80 proof at like a couple $100 or
I
a
don't
hundred
know.
bucks?
Barrel
How would
does
you
it all
do
the
that?
time.
Barrel? Do
Yeah.
they keep them at 80s? I
Some
mean,
of
we
them,
haven't tried.
I mean, like
We haven't looked at the
I've heard a
reviews.
lot of good things about the seagrass. It's a very unique
Me too.
flavor profile and stuff. I've never tried it,
Right.
but it's also like a $90 bottle around here, isn't it?
I don't feel like the one store we go to, Foster's,
Yeah.
whatever, that has the barrel, and they have a lot of barrels.
They have so
There's
many barrel
probably five
expressions.
to eight at
There's at
least.
least 8,
They have
yeah.
one that's stuff like $400. I
Yes.
don't in a
There's like
box, and
special boxed ones and things.
you
Like
know,
they're leaning heavy into the barrel.
well known as some of the best non-distiller producers.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. Um,
And we've
we
never tried a barrel product on the show, and so
This is so goddamn
it
expensive.
is so goddamn
Let's get
expensive.
to, we have to start at like a $60 point,
Like,
and then
yeah.
we have to move up from there. To do a
So
triple play is going to cost us 250, 300
yeah.
bucks. Do it
So
200
we will
plus bucks.
eventually do a barrel play or an eventual pick three of the barrels eventually, but it's gonna take us a couple months to save up and buy, those nice and figure out what ones we want to do.
This is so much fun.
So this is a freshly opened. It's bourbon night. You will not be able to get this one. This is for their patrons only.
The A side, a Penelope
Yep.
4 grain blend. They're all four.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're all four
But
grain
it's
blend.
115 proof, and this is a selected pick from Chad and Sarah.
Right. Thank you.
So
Thank you for
thank you.
buying it.
Yep,
Thank
no
you.
problem.
Oh, you know what though? Look, now this is telling you how much of the percentage of these three mash bills this one is.
Interesting.
20% of the corn bourbon, the 99% corn bourbon. Rye bourbon is 40%, which it's 21% rye. So again,
Interesting.
we think the corn has to be higher, or otherwise it wouldn't be considered a rye. It would be
Right.
considered a barley. And
Yeah.
the wheat bourbon is 40%. So yeah, I have 45% they wrote down. So I don't know.
So
That
this
has to
is a
show that
different
you're
a
on.
different version.
It's
Um,
and that maybe that's why it's there.
right, which is why this is in the this is a
This is allergy season,
again,
guys.
this is
Sorry.
it's not a single barrel, is it? It might be it has to be a single barrel because they
It's a
pick
barrel
it's a
pick.
barrel pick.
It's whether or not they water it down to make
So,
you
yes,
know,
the specific point in alcohol.
we've had a conversation for the past week about single barrel and barrel proof
Right,
because single barrels can be barrel proofs, but they don't have to be.
right.
Barrel proofs have to be barrel proofs.
Just meaning they could be
Whereas,
blended to get that barrel proof, or they could be like
wait, blended? A
a
barrel
barrel
proof?
proof could be blended from multiple barrels and just made to be that certain percentage of.
As long as it's never watered down.
Yes,
Because it can't be barrel proof or cask strength. Again, European words, I guess, but it can't be that and be watered. Whereas a single barrel can be watered down.
yes,
Like well, Four Roses single barrels are all 100 proof.
and they water it to get the
You
100.
don't think every barrel they have is
Yeah,
100 proof, right? It's not possible.
no,
It's not.
the way that things work and the way that evaporation works, that's never going to be the case unless you do something to make that happen.
We get so deep into these again, the
Right.
idiosyncrasies, the tentacles of bourbon that are like, oh my goodness, like
You go down that rabbit hole, you may never come back,
we still
Alex.
have yet to do a rabbit hole episode. We've
That's
never done a rabbit hole episode.
we're gonna do a rabbit hole episode.
I have my Cave Hill that you gave me for Christmas last year, right? I have that one unopened because
I got one open.
it's the only gift bottle of bourbon I've ever gotten, so I was waiting for some type of special occasion to open it. Um, but you said that Derringer on
This Derringer
TV is not the same
is
one.
not the same as the one that I had up in Buffalo.
Okay,
Like
because
that one
that's
was
the
amazing.
thumbprint.
That one beat Pappy almost.
Yeah,
This is the thumbprint PX series.
Pedro Jimenez.
Yes, and it's not as good as the. I gotta buy another bottle of this. It's not that. I gotta buy the one that's the Derringer.
And for touching on something that like I normally wouldn't even talk about, I guess, because why the fuck?
But
But
that's like a $90 bottle.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's yeah. There's three expressions readily available at Foster's, and
there's
it's
four. There's a
always
rye.
oh, is that readily available? I don't feel like I see that one. I
It's
feel like
over
I
in the
see
rye
that.
section.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
never mind. But so we're in May something right now,
Yep.
right? So June 7th is my birthday. And you already
Mhm.
bought me one.
Okay.
So if you decide because I should at least tell you because we did something for your birthday, and if I let it go by and then I'm a kind of a dick, and you're like, why didn't you even tell me it was
Yeah,
your
you
birthday?
tell me.
And I was like, you have Facebook? They're like,
I don't. I don't.
right.
You think I get on Facebook?
Apparently not.
No.
No. Even though you could at least do some likes on our page for it, and like make some comments and shit that I try to do the best I can with, which I'm not technological at all. He's the tech.
He does good work. He does good work.
It's not even true. I try, but it's not good. So, but yeah, we need to do a rabbit hole episode, obviously,
Absolutely, 100%.
because that's one of your favorites, and from what I've tried, it's definitely very, very good. Like,
It was very tasty.
mhm,
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had it since like we've done a lot of other things. So my palate may have changed.
it's true.
So I don't know. So we'll
And
have
that
to,
could be awesome.
we're gonna do a rabbit hole episode. It's coming. Rabbit hole, we're coming for you.
That's right.
I feel like we should do like some type of like
Or
wrestling.
on you.
Wrestling. Nope.
Nope.
Like
Sorry.
I was thinking more like a John Cena or like an old school wrestling. Like we're gonna come for you in the Thunderdome.
Right. You said old school and said John Cena. When you said old school, I went like Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. Shit.
Macho Man Randy Savage.
The age difference there. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god.
I got you for 3 minutes, little man. You're going nowhere. Step into a Slim Jim.
Rest in peace, Macho Man.
My favorite thing he
Love
ever
your show.
did was the original Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, yeah. With Tobey Maguire.
Uh, anyway,
Anyway, yo, no, yeah.
so you've poured the bourbon I pick?
I
No?
No, I
You
don't
know.
think there's anything in there.
Okay, you should probably pour the bourbon night.
Yeah, you're probably right. I
Nice.
don't know. There's a sip of something.
Chug it down. Drink it
That's
down.
literally like a drop. So whatever that was
Really glad you guys can't see his face while he's making these expressions.
he's
Uh,
lying. He likes it.
it's like a cat with a hairball.
It's allergies. I'm sorry.
So there is literally a point 0.2 difference in proof between these two. And
Yep.
that's it.
I couldn't talk the day after I mowed last week. I told him because
He's
of my
got
allergies.
wicked allergies.
Yeah.
It's not the couve.
No, no,
So
no. Not testing positive for anything that doesn't that requires any kind of medication. Anyway, so
lovely.
hey, you guys like this shirt? This is a new design.
Trying it out.
Yep.
We're making it look good.
We're eventually going to roll out maybe 3 or 4 shirts, and each shirt will have a specific charity that goes along with it. So we'll say if you buy one of these shirts, $1 of your purchase will go to veterans charities. If you buy one of these shirts, $1 of your purchase will go to animal charities.
Non-kill animal shelters or something.
Right. And the third one will be something else, autism awareness, suicide awareness, something like that. We want to help others. We're not we if we make a little money, we're gonna buy some bourbons with it so we can keep our show going and help
Right.
you and keep moving along. We're not trying to profit off this. Not truly, but
Not
it's
yet.
just to get more, money to, get to the point where we can buy other things so we can try things that are $100 bottles or something. If we want to see what we think, but we can't now because you guys suck. Anyway,
No, they don't suck. You guys don't suck.
you
Don't
guys
listen to
all
them.
suck.
No. The
No,
only thing they
if you're
suck.
awesome, you'd blow. But
Whoa.
you suck. So
Whoa.
I'm kidding.
Whoa.
I'm joking. Come on, it's we're just I mean, you already made some joke about Penelope, the poor little kid that's like 3 years old. For God's sake.
That's edited. That is
Oh,
edited,
true
sir.
story. True story. Jesus. Anyway, yeah.
So is this.
And a big shout and a shout out to Imperfectly Perfect Creations. She's made all the shirts we wear, we own so far. She does a great job. She's a nice lady.
Yeah.
Look her up, help you out
Support local business.
for your
So.
things. And we might have some stuff coming up where you see us do a tasting in a couple different places, local, and have some different people on our shows and stuff like that. So that'll be fun.
True.
So,
and with that, are you ready to taste the It's Bourbon Night pick of the Penelope?
I don't know if I found that place yet.
That's fair.
Perfect.
So every time I hear the word Penelope, as I've told him, the only thing I can think of is the Broken Lizard's Penelope. My sweet Penelope.
Oh, the Broken Lizards. Oh my God. Because I still remembered Club Dread where Bill Pullman,
that's
Bill
exactly where
Paxton.
it's
I get
from.
those two
I
mixed
think
up,
it's
right? One of them's dead
Paxton.
now, so
Yeah.
I'm not
No, it's the guy from Independence Day.
Pullman.
Yeah.
Okay, Paxton died.
No, Paxton's the one from Independence Day, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
They both have to have last names that are so goddamn similar too. Paxton and Pullman. And anyway, but you remember he's like, "Oh, I only have 5 fucking gold records. How many gold records do you have?" Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's what I still remember from that. Like,
Nice.
and they did the Dukes of Hazzard movie, which was hilarious. So the humor was still funny as shit. So
anyway, this is your notification that you should be drinking bourbon and watching something like Super Troopers because why not?
Did you watch Super Troopers 2?
I never saw it. No.
No.
I didn't want to ruin the integrity of Super Troopers.
That's sadly what I thought too. Actually, yeah. I'm with you. So we're tasting this.
That's it. This is honestly smoother than this one. There's still warmth, but I like this one more.
While I'm going to agree, my question is, do we immediately think that because we went from this to this and we went from this to this? So the burn
I want to
from
go back
80
to the other one.
I'm not saying I want to this, that, or the other.
He's saying he has to.
I'm saying it's tough to discern when you go from the same proof to the same proof versus 35-point difference. This is immediately going to feel. If we went from this to this would have felt burny. Okay, but we went from this to this, and this feels burny. So now immediately this one feels smoother because we go from this to this.
I got more of a silkiness on my tongue with this one than I did with this one.
I got more of a full body, and it's not just that it looks darker, but it has more of a viscous mouthfeel,
silkiness,
full-bodied oral sensation in this one than I did this one. But I don't know.
Can we get a shirt that says full body oral sensation?
We sure can. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Full-bodied oral sensation. That shit'll sell off the racks. Absolutely.
Dude.
Full-bodied oral
We're
sensation.
gonna get have it. If you want a shirt that says full body oral sensation, let us know because that may happen.
That's right. And if we see you walking around with it, you didn't buy it for us, we're suing your ass.
No, we're
So
not. That's not happening.
we are. He's lying to you.
No,
We
no, I'm
are.
not.
Yep.
You can't do that. We don't have trademarks.
Listen, Penelope bitches, we're gonna
No,
sue you.
no,
We'll
no,
come for you.
no, we
We'll
won't.
come on you.
That's no.
You
Also,
you're
stop.
gonna get a yeast infection. I
Jesus.
already said come on you. You had to edit that part anyway. So I said come on you. You have to edit that part.
Okay.
Right? Don't you? For come on you? It's not like
I'm saying.
what's wrong with saying the word come though? Like come all you faithful. See, you don't have to do that. Like come downtown. Come nearby. Come see me.
Hi, mate. He's rocks. This has been the Bourbon Barrel.
Is this over? Are we done?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say if you edit this shit, it's gonna be like a 10-minute episode.
Yes, it will.
I think we should try these again.
You want to try the other one?
Because we went from this to this. We went from 80 to 115 and then another 115. I think
So-
this one was set up to be the winner.
So are you going to go back to the 115 or are you going to go back to the 80? Because this is going to taste like water now.
I don't want to even go to the 80.
So you're going back to
Touch the 80. If we ever touch this again, we should compare it to other similarly proved things. 80s, 86s, 80. Hey, here's an interesting thing.
Yeah.
I may have said it on an episode. I don't watch all our episodes repeatedly, and I don't remember every single thing on Earth. I'm not Sheldon from the Big Bang Theory. I do not have an eidetic memory. That being said, what were we talking about?
I don't know.
All right, then.
You want to go from this to this then?
The term 86. Like, do you know that the term 86, where we both worked in the service industry in our lives, I still do.
In the restaurant industry, it means you're out of something.
Right.
86
Onion
crab
rings,
rolls.
French fries, crab rolls. That came from bourbon. In the 80s, I saw this out of Bourbon documentary called Straight Up, I believe. Oh, again, sorry about my allergies, guys. That term came from because in the 80s there was a time, 80s, 90s, late 70s. I'm not going to quote the decade, but the guy explains where there was a time when everything was being proofed to 86, whether it was Jack Daniel's stuff, Jim Beam stuff, Buffalo Trace stuff, whatever. There was so many 86s. They were using that all the time. So every time something wouldn't sell good because it's too low or too high, they would always say, just 86 it. Just make it 86 like everything else.
Huh.
Okay, 86 it is a bourbon term. It came from bourbon. It did not come from restaurants. It did not come from service industries. It came from bourbon, where they were like, it's not selling, just 86 it. And people will buy anything 86. Honest to God, I watched straight.
It's really cool.
Yeah, I
learned something new today.
And I don't know if I guess I haven't said that on episodes.
You've never
'cause you
said that
might
before.
remember that.
Never once have you said that.
What are you?
That's
Okay.
yeah.
So we're going backwards though.
We're going back.
It'd be kind of weird to go from one to itself and then yeah.
That would be weird.
All right. Nothing else we do is weird. Everything else we do is so normal. I mean, everybody does it the way we do it.
So there's that.
I like the fact that we, and I've said this before though too, but I like the fact that we do things a little bit differently. Even when we do blinds, we do two things we've had and one thing we have.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And it's always something. Everybody else does it their way, but the whole point, the whole circle, the whole enjoyment of this is it's your way. We're still not using ice. If you watch some of our first 6 to 8, 10 episodes, we used a lot of ice and water.
Mhm. Yeah, we always had a bucket of ice that we could try with and
Bucket of
without.
ice.
A bowl of ice.
We were like, I was like, it's like there's actually like those are so funny now though. Like they crack up watching those. Like it's just
To see where we were and where we've come is a very different thing.
it's fun. We've had it's my favorite thing to do. Like when we have weekends off, like next weekend when we're filming this now, next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. I'm not sure if we're gonna film or not. He's not sure if we're gonna film or not.
Probably not.
Probably not because
I've
it's a
got
weekend.
plans.
Yeah, see, and I don't, but whatever. I don't really care. I have family and stuff, but if we just sit around the house and chill and relax, we're too old to worry about other
Plans.
things.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
fair.
Oh, do you want to see this firework? Not really. I've seen them.
So last night, I have to edit that.
They're not coming. All 43 of them aren't coming looking for you.
Anyway,
you can calm down.
Yeah, but if we ever get big.
You-
So last night,
big. Like you think we're gonna have like you're gonna be like, so we build this fortress.
yeah,
Like and they're
yeah.
gonna come get
I don't want people to know
I
what
mean,
I'm.
I hope we do. I hope you're right,
Okay.
but
So anyway, last night in the municipality that I live in, there were fireworks, and I had no idea they were happening.
I saw a lot of posts about it. People
And
were like, "What's going on?"
I literally almost crapped my knickers.
You,
Like,
you said knickers. That's a Scottish term, right?
yeah.
All right,
I don't
pointing that out. He loves scotch.
No,
I
no,
need to bring in a scotch. I need to bring in a
no, you
scotch.
don't.
It's been a while.
It's been a while
I need to
since I
find.
could.
You know what I want? You know what I want to truly do? I want to bring in a Scotch or Irish whiskey. Hold on, that's cask strength. I want to know because anything we've tried has
So
been
you
like
want to
80 or
have something with
85.
high alcohol and peat moss.
Without, I can find unpeated. I can find cask strength unpeated,
This is a
non-peated.
bourbon channel, bro.
Well,
You
it's
guys like bourbon. That's why you
bourbon
watch
comes from
us.
whiskey. All bourbon is whiskey. Not all whiskey is bourbon.
Hmm.
But Irish
And
whiskeys
Scotch is none of the above.
and scotches outsell or can outsell people. Well, it goes right back
And
to
that's because Irish people drink a lot.
it. So we're trying to convince Americans to be more alcoholic than they are. That's gonna be tough.
Gonna be a
Even
rough
should be
sell.
welcome. They should live this like what is it? Scotland is in the middle of the North Atlantic, whatever something,
Gulf
and
Stream?
they're always like right. That's perfect. Yes. So they don't get the extraction,
Temperature
and you know what I mean. It
changes.
doesn't like when it
It's a very
heats up.
consistent all year round temperature.
Right, right. When it heats up, it goes into the wood. When it gets cold, it comes out of the wood. Whatever that is, they don't get that as much as like say Kentucky, which is why Kentucky bourbon likes to say, and to some degree, they're obviously kind of right.
Which I have vacation coming, and I very well may head to Kentucky and get some pictures and stuff up on our social
You're gonna go to
medias.
Kentucky?
No, I'm thinking about it.
When?
I don't know. I got vacation coming up.
She's not even gonna take me.
No.
I can fit in luggage.
Yeah, but you can't fly on the jet for the company I work for.
Oh, your company's gonna mail
I can get on the jet for like taxes.
your company's gonna mail you there.
Yeah,
Your
pretty
company's
much.
just gonna send you.
Well,
Oh.
no.
I want to go in October for the Bourbon Festival. I
Okay.
think it's October, September, October.
So maybe we'll head to Kentucky.
Yeah,
Might
hopefully.
happen.
I want to go. You got to take me with you. Make him take me.
I can't.
You can't. You can.
You don't work for the same company I
He
work
has
for.
lots of money. He can make me.
I don't have
He
lots of
can take
money.
me money. He could take me money. He could take me.
You could take me home tonight. Little Eddie money for you.
Take me home tonight. True. What did we pour? We poured this. And this one won my. So if we would have done the blind and had this and this and did a fourth,
I
and
feel like
you
you'd
think
be
that would
very.
have won it?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out.
But we're drinking this now because we can't go from this to this to
This
this.
is still fuller bodied. This is still a better mouthfeel. This is still my winner.
Between those two, huh?
Yes, 100%.
And all you did just now was just taste this like I did.
Yep.
Again. All right. I'm going to taste this one again before I say what he just said. I want to lean towards you're wrong, and there's a reason for that.
Because you don't want me to be right.
Nope. Because I can't go get any more bottles of this.
That's true.
So
This was a limited release for patrons only of It's Bourbon Night, so you won't find this bottle anywhere, which sucks for you, but I have it, so I'm okay with it.
I disagree. I'd buy that.
Really?
Yep. You haven't tasted this one again
I will.
this time.
I'm gonna do it.
The only and that's not the only reason. The reason is this one, the second time through doing this, and then that one, the fuller body of that one, which he's correct about. And mind you, when I say I would pick this one, part of that probably is there's a percentage of me saying I can still buy it. But this one also has the full body mouthfeel should incorporate itself into that smooth, heavy, lovable sort of feel. And this one still has that hint of burn, whereas if I was drinking Bullet barrel strength, I don't think it would.
I'm lovable.
You are lovable. You'd be more lovable if I fit in your, carry-on so I could go to Kentucky too, but whatever. He's not as lovable as he thinks. I mean, wait, hold on. No, yeah, he still is. Yeah, it's still there. It's ridiculous.
It's like a
I
baguette.
always get angry for that thing sitting on those.
Like
Um,
a baguette.
It's like you should just release everything at full length and see if we ever get edited. Because we don't have followers to get edited, do we? Like, is YouTube gonna pay attention?
YouTube's not gonna edit us. They're just gonna give us strikes.
What's a strike? They do
You
that?
get 3 strikes, you're out, man. Yeah,
Oh,
and they like ban your channel and you're done. It's over.
hello, Facebook.
It's not gonna help.
Ah, well, But we didn't even swear just then. Like,
No, it was all implied.
yeah. So they have an implication department.
Oh yeah.
for a living. I work at the YouTube implication
No,
department.
seriously, one of the worst jobs ever is to have like the person who is like the person who has to watch all the YouTube videos to make sure there's nothing
You think
unsavory.
that's the worst job ever? I would sit in an office all day long loving it.
No, some of these people have to watch videos of like straight up murder.
Oh, well, that's different.
Yeah,
I'm talking about this shit. I
no, no,
mean,
no, no, no. I'm talking like serious allegations of like, yeah, this person just posted like, something that you shouldn't be watching, so we have to delete it. And I had to watch it to make sure. Like that's an awful, awful job for me to
okay,
do.
okay, you're right. That part's awful. I would like to not, yeah, be that guy.
Yeah, no one wants to be that guy.
But everybody who's in charge of the bourbon shows,
Oh, sure.
I'd be like, oh my god,
Yeah, like
yeah,
these assholes.
yeah,
This,
the whiskey tubers, if you will.
but
Oh my god,
in any event,
yeah. So yeah, I just
I'm sticking to my guns.
okay. All
This
right.
is more full bodied.
I agree.
This is definitely giving me a better sensation overall. It's warmer. It's not warmer. It's the same amount of like heat, I guess, but it's still a better mouthfeel for
I
me.
feel like this one, and not, I try not to include price points the best I can, and this one you can buy, and this one you can't. So it's not even price point; it's
Right.
just
It's
whether or not
just
you
what
get.
I
But
get.
this one feels more approachable in that, like, you go up to it sort of way, and then again, it won my blind earlier, and
There's such a color difference, like even without the label and stuff. Like
but again,
I
the
don't know.
color. I mean, it could mean it's aged longer, it's got more oak to it, whatever it
That might
is.
be why I like it more.
And it could be very much so, very true. And we don't obviously we don't agree on everything. We agree on maybe
So
fifty
to be
percent.
fair, this is a good substitute. Like this isn't bad. This is not awful
To be
for.
fair, I say this is better. You probably can't get this anyway because chances
No,
are you can't
no,
at
you
all.
can't. I mean, it is.
This is my favorite Penelope so far.
This
And
is part of a private select series, so they have a series of these. So you could probably find another private select Penelope.
is it possible that they did that as a
So
barrel
like,
proof and it's just
I'm wondering if you
didn't
can't.
age long enough in the barrel?
You might just go to your local like liquor store and find a private select that liquor store, if it's big enough, did a barrel pick of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you could probably
But,
find something.
but it's not going to be
It's
this
it's
barrel
not going to be
because
this
it's
barrel because this barrel has been picked.
right.
But you could find another barrel that's close or similar. I don't know. But again, if you can't find this, these are very close. They're both almost the exact same proof. This one just happened to have a better mouthfeel for me. But
Right.
like
I liked the mouth feel. I didn't
I
like the
did.
chest feel as far as this one goes. I feel like this one went from one to the other and seamlessly became, whereas this one went kind of from to a rougher transition to get there. That's kind of where
Sure.
I don't know if
No,
I
no,
mean
no,
I'm
you're not
trying
wrong.
to like kind of
There's
learn.
definitely like an overall warmth to this. Like it starts in your
I
mouth
did
and
a
it
little
gets into your
dance.
chest. Whereas this one, you feel it in the mouth, like you feel like a nice silkiness to it, and then it starts to feel warm in your chest. Like there's not a lot of burn in your mouth, but then again, I've been drinking, so I don't know.
This is awesome.
Um,
But you can. Chances are you're only going to be able to get these two
but honestly,
more
Penelope,
often
you're
than
doing a fantastic job. I love this because of the orange notes. This could be done in an old fashioned very well. Like if I was at a bar and I saw this and I could get an old fashioned with Penelope, I would. If and then these two are great for the proofs they are. Like it's
This is
straight,
weird, but I think it's Fred Minnick that said he got a cookie dough flavor from something Penelope. I'm not sure which
interesting.
one.
No, but
Did
it's
you flavored or thought or tasted something where you thought it tasted? Because I've heard this before, not just cookie dough, but more like doughy cookie, something that had like a yeasty sort of dough. You know what I mean? It could be. It doesn't have to be cookie dough. It could be like pizza dough. It could be dough. It's just I've heard this before in other episodes, and I'm like, I don't know how to discern dough flavor.
mm,
Do you know what I mean?
I do because I've eaten like raw pizza dough.
Well, that's a problem. Stop that. But
Yeah.
um, I mean, I probably have in my life, but I don't remember. But have you ever tasted a bourbon where you're like, wow, there's a lot of like doughy?
I've tasted wines that have a very doughy flavor, but I think that's
That's
mostly the
probably why your palate
yeast.
understands
Like
that better than mine does. Then,
I
to a
don't know.
degree,
I've
I'm a
tasted.
wine person.
I used to make my own wine,
Yeah,
and
right. Yeah, yeah.
the very first time I ever made wine, it was called
Balloon wines.
balloon wine.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
yeah, I
and
remembered something.
it was horrible.
I remembered something horrible. Whatever.
But again, like that was my first foyer into winemaking, and so it
You went
shouldn't.
foyer. You
It,
were like,
that's
yeah,
fancy.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna be fancy.
but no, that shit was awful. Ah, bring it back. Bring it back to our audience.
Sorry,
So,
sorry. Well, no, I started with cookie dough because I was like,
yeah,
no,
no.
I've never tasted something where I was like, it's kind of doughy, like ever.
Do yourself a favor and just like go next time you get like a thing of Grands or something,
Think of what?
like the Grands, those muffins, like the things that
Oh,
do like
oh,
the
right.
biscuits
Okay,
and
gotcha,
like the
gotcha, gotcha.
little
The
crescent
uncooked
rolls.
ones that you
Yeah,
can
just
throw
take
in the
a
oven.
little pinch off and put it in your mouth.
Is it a very discernible taste?
It's
Like you're
it's
gonna.
like a bitter kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it unless
What
you've
if
done
we
it. You
brought
can't.
one in for an episode
I
and we
don't
were
want to
like,
do that
well, no,
because
but I mean like to taste, like as far as like I don't know, you know what I mean, like some way to like bring it together for them, those six people that are watching because they're drunk on their couch and
technical difficulties or we're just terrible people and we had to edit it.
terrible people. We're hilarious people, and we just have
We think
inappropriate
we're
senses of
funny,
humor.
but not a lot of other people will in 2022.
It's bullshit.
Yeah.
A lot of people will, but a
Yeah.
lot of drones and fucking nonsense on. Yeah, we'll say you hurt
So,
my feelings on my bone.
as to not get canceled, this has been heavily edited. Um. Anyway,
That's so
so
much fun.
this was good. This was fun. Penelope, you're doing a great job. Thank you very much. This is excellent.
Penelope's dad,
Everyone,
Mike, you're doing a great job
if
too.
you're finding out, if
Uncle
you're going
Danny.
to a bar, if you're going to a bar and you want to try it out, absolutely. If they have it, sure. If you go to your liquor store and you find some and you've never had it, it's worth a shot. It's worth a try because
I
it's not bad.
I would truly love to do this 80 in a blind against other 80s because I feel like it would
Honestly,
win.
I feel like we
Out
should
of
we should do
80s.
an episode where we make old fashions.
Oh yeah, that too. You
We
bought a smoker
I
kit.
did
We're
buy
gonna do some. We're gonna do
so
some cocktail things.
yes.
Not today, but we're going to do some cocktail things.
For those of you that are still watching,
That's right,
uh,
both of you.
I recommended this to a friend without actually having used it because I had a different kit. So I bought this just to make sure it was good for them. And it's actually pretty cool. So
Say hold the
you
still. You
can,
went like this like
I'll,
3 times. I was like, they can't even read that shit.
I will, we'll try this in an episode and we'll release it. It comes with the smoker itself that you can put on top. It comes with different types of wood to smoke. And it comes
Wow.
with my favorite part, the butane torch, which you have to buy the butane separately.
Does it come with marijuana?
No.
Oh, it's not my favorite
But
part.
the cool thing about this is that you can smoke your cocktails or what have you relatively easily with this. And we're gonna try it out. We're gonna give it a shot, and there will be links in the description if we like it to this product,
We don't
so
like
that
it.
you
You
can
link
you can
it. Be
find
like,
it.
we hate this. Don't buy this shit.
But it's Taijin Luxury Cocktail Smoker Kit. So there it is, right there.
He used to be a bartender. He used to
Uh,
own a bartending
I
business.
did. I never had to smoke a cocktail.
He didn't
I did
lose
a
his
lot of
bartending
weddings.
business because he wasn't good at it. He lost it because of COVID.
I did. I did.
Okay.
That's a thing that
COVID
happened.
killed a lot of businesses.
So
So
shit
let's be
happens. What
clear.
do you
It's
do?
not like he didn't know what he was doing. Dude knows what he's doing. All right.
But yeah, no. So we're gonna try that out for my friend and see how that works, and hopefully it's good stuff. And with that, I'm Nate,
I'm
and
Rocks.
this has been
The Bourbon Barrel.